Now we have done the types of quadrilaterals that were, let me write it in short form so that we revise the topic. The quadrilaterals were divided into three types: parallelograms, right? We had the rhombuses, or you can say directly the kites, right? And the third one is your trapezium. Now the parallelogram, kite and trapezium are formed. We will study the types of parallelograms further that have been made in the diagram, that is rectangles and rhombuses, right? And when both the properties of rectangle and rhombuses that will be combined, we would get the square. Now let us discuss the each type of parallelogram in detail. The first is rhombus. Now you can see rhombus has four sides because it is a type of quadrilateral only, but because it is a type of parallelogram, it will have equal and parallel sides. Now a rhombus is a four-sided shape because it is a quadrilateral where all sides have equal length. Now it has all the sides, all the four sides of a rhombus are equal. Can you tell me, isn't it the property of a square? Yes, it is. But we will study the properties of square also to differentiate what is the difference between a square and a rhombus. Now, let us move on with the properties. A rhombus has four sides that are equal to each other. The next is also that the opposite sides are parallel and opposite angles are equal. Now we can say the opposite sides are parallel to each other because all the four sides are equal to each other. This side is going to be parallel to this side and this side will be parallel to this side. That means it has two pair of parallel sides, and as well as that the opposite angles are equal. That means angle A will be equal to angle A, this angle will be equal to the opposite angle, and this angle will be equal to the opposite angle, right? The next property is another interesting thing, that diagonals, that is the dashed lines that we are making in the shape. I hope you are familiar with the diagonals now. Diagonals are the line segment joining two non-consecutive vertices. Now we have made two diagonals over here of a rhombus bisect each other at right angles. That means the same, this part will be equal to this part and this part will be equal to this part. Also they will be intersecting each other and making 90 degrees. Now this was a similar property as it was in parallelogram. So we can say a rhombus is a type of parallelogram only. Now moving on with the next one, that is a rectangle. Now a rectangle is also a four-sided shape where every angle is a right angle. Now all the four angles of a rectangle are equal to 90 degrees. Now because all the angles are equal to 90 degrees, we can say a rectangle has all the four angles equal, right? Another property is that opposite sides are parallel and congruent. Now we can see this side is always parallel to this side and that side is always parallel to this one. So we can say that opposite sides are parallel to each other. Also we can see that diagonals of rectangle will bisect each other and they will be congruent. By the congruent diagonals we mean to say that the diagonals will be equal to each other. How come? Like if we draw a rectangle, right, and I am going to draw the diagonal for the same. Say this is one diagonal and this is the other diagonal. If I say they are intersecting at point O, this side will be this line particularly will be equal to this line and this much will be equal to this much. That means if I say it in terms of the variables we talk, right, vertices, we would say distance OA will be equal to OC and DO will be equal to OB. Now these were the properties of a rectangle. Moving on, we have the next one as square. Now you can see I asked you to keep in mind the properties of a rhombus. Now see, we have a square. We will be comparing the properties of square and rhombus both here after we are done with square. Now let us check. A square has equal sides and every angle is a right angle. Now a square is also having all the sides equal to each other. That means let us compare it with the rhombus. A rhombus also had all the four sides equal, as well as this square is having all the four sides equal, and also that all the angles of a square are equal to 90 degrees. Now a square can be thought of as a special case of other quadrilaterals. How come can we take square as a special case of other quadrilaterals? Let's say we can consider it to be a case of type of rectangle. How can it be a rectangle? It is a rectangle but with adjacent sides equal. Now let us make a rectangle first, as we have made. If its adjacent sides are equal, that means AB is equal to BC, BC would be equal to CD, CD will be equal to DA, and DA will be equal to AB. These are the adjacent sides of a rectangle. If adjacent sides of a rectangle are equal, just think, isn't it going to make a square only, right? That means a square is a type of rectangle but it has all the adjacent sides equal. That means if you make all the adjacent sides of a rectangle equal, it will become a square. Next is it is a example of parallelogram but with adjacent sides equal and all angles equal to 90 degrees. Now you make a parallelogram over here, right? Now a parallelogram can be having a group of properties. Say it has adjacent sides equal. If in a parallelogram AB is equal to BC, BC is equal to CD, CD is equal to DA, and DA is equal to AB, we can see here that all the adjacent sides are equal. Also, if all the angles of a parallelogram become 90 degrees. Now can you tell me how is that possible? A parallelogram will become a square if all its sides are equal, right? And all its angles become 90 degrees each. Then we can say that it will form a square. Last is a rhombus. Now you can see in a rhombus we have the adjacent sides equal to each other, right? But if all the angles of a rhombus become 90 degrees, then what? If all the angles of a rhombus become 90 degrees, we will take it to be a square. Now the last is that we are going to compare all the properties of the quadrilateral. Let's say we have all the shapes written to one side. We have triangles, parallelograms, rectangles, rhombus, square, trapezoid and kite written. Now we will be comparing their properties. The first one is the comparison based on number of sides. We can see that a triangle has 3 sides, whereas parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, square, trapezoid and kite, rest of them are having 4 number of sides with them. The next is the number of parallel sides. A triangle has no parallel side with it, whereas in a parallelogram up to the square we have 2 pair of parallel sides possible, but in a trapezoid there is only always 1 pair existing, that is parallel. The other pair is always a non-parallel side pair. And kite we have no parallel sides. Now let us compare them based on the right angles possible. In triangle there is only one right angle possible. Why? Because if you make a triangle with one angle 90 degrees, say I have made it 90 degrees, now what about the other two? Can any other become 90? Just think, if I make this also 90 and this with something like 20, this is going to be exceeding more than 180. So this angle will not be possible for me. Why? Because this angle, the sum of the triangle angles will be coming equal to 200, which is not possible, because we have studied that sum of angles of a triangle is always equal to 180. That is why we have only one right angle possible in a triangle. Now moving on to the next, parallelogram. Over here all the 4 angles can be a 90 degree angle, right? Any angle can be 90 degrees. Now next is rectangle. In rectangle we have all the 4 angles always equal to 90 degrees. Rhombus we have no angle equal to 90. We can never have a 90 degree angle. Whereas in a square and rectangle we always have all the angles equal to 90 degrees. What about trapezoid? In trapezoid, only two angles are possible that will be equal to 90 degrees. Always, at a time, only two angles can be equal to 90 degrees. What about kite? In kite, there is only one possibility of a right angle. That means out of all the four, only one angle can be a 90-degree angle. Let us talk about the congruent sides in them. For example, let us take triangle. All the three sides can be congruent to each other. That means all the three sides can be taken as the equal sides, right? But if we talk about the parallelogram, only opposite pair of sides can be congruent to each other. Same goes in the rectangle, right? In rectangle and parallelogram, both we can check that opposite pair of sides are congruent to each other. Next we have the rhombus and square. We have already studied the comparison between rhombus and square, that is they have all the sides congruent to each other. All the four sides are congruent. Now we have a trapezoid and kite. In trapezoid, as we have done, only two possibilities are there. That means either of the four sides, any two of the four sides will be congruent to each other. And last we have the kite, that means consecutive pairs. As we have done the example of kite earlier, that was this shape. In this possibility, only consecutive sides can be equal. That means this side can be congruent to only this side. Only adjacent sides can be congruent. Also you can check this is not going to be congruent to this one. That means we have mentioned it here specifically about the consecutive pairs. We have made the consecutive pairs in kite earlier. Only the consecutive pairs can be congruent. You cannot make the other two as the congruent pairs ever. The last property is the congruent angles. Now we have the triangle. Here all the three angles can be congruent, that is three angles can be equal to each other. We have done that. Next is the parallelogram. All four can be congruent to each other, and that case would become the case of a rectangle. Yes, the next is a rectangle. All the four angles are equal to 90 degrees as we have done the properties. So we can say that all the triangles can have all the four angles as congruent angles. Next we have the rhombus. Only opposite pairs of the rhombus can have the congruent angles. Let us make a rhombus. Let's make this rhombus ABCD. Now in this rhombus we can say that only opposite pair of angles can be congruent to each other, because the property that we did said that the opposite angles of a rhombus are equal to each other. So if the opposite angles are already equal, that makes them congruent. So we can say a rhombus has opposite pair of angles equal as the congruent angles. Next we have the trapezoid. Two pairs of trapezoid angles can be congruent to each other. As we did a trapezoid, it was this shape, right? Only this angle can be congruent to this angle, or you can take this angle to be congruent to this angle. Let's say BC and AD can be congruent to each other only. You cannot make AB or CD congruent. So a trapezoid says that you have two pair possible for congruent angles at a time. The last is for kite. Kite is only going to have one pair of congruent angles. Reason being, as we did the properties, the kite property says that only this angle is equal to this angle. That means only one pair of angles can be equal in a kite. That means we can say only one pair of congruent angles are possible in a kite. So this was about the quadrilaterals, and I have revised it and summarized it in the form of comparison.